Hey everybody, my name is Ziggy2039 and welcome back to another unOrdinary. Cue the intro. So, a lot of you actually very much enjoy that new intro, and I'm very glad because it took a while to make. Because I wanted a new one and I just couldn't pick it like a good song. Then I remembered Run Around by Jason Radford, and it was perfect. And before I get into anything, I need to say something. This is not a reaction because during my reaction recording, my computer crashed and lost all of that video and audio, all that jazz. So whoop-de-doo, thanks. Luckily, we're looking into a couple new ones right now to, replace this. So I'll just review the comic instead and tell you how I felt reading it. Because my goodness, it is just both sides bitching at each other. Of course, before we even get into that, I would just like to point out something. I would like to draw attention to a previous chapter, if you will. Let's just go back to episode 16, shall we? When the art style was so much different. Please don't crash on me because I displayed the Webtoon. Anyway. So yes, this is the fight between Arlo and Rain, the spider girl. What a disappointment, and yada yada yada. He's disappointed in her. And then he does that. In case you can't tell exactly what he's doing, stop it. Stop the fight. We've lost this one. And he continues. In case you can't tell what he's doing right there, he's manifesting a force field in her throat, which is stopping her from breathing. Let me remind you that John is getting shit on for beating people up, but making sure that he doesn't kill them. He beats them to a pulp, but he doesn't go for anything vital. He makes sure that they can survive. Meanwhile, Arlo here was doing something, and he's also getting shit for, kicking them when they've already won the fight. When Arlo here won a fight and continued to do that, where he manifests, stopped a girl from breathing for a whole minute. Close to a minute in the time of this comic. And yeah, only Sarah stepped in to stop him, and no one gave him shit for that? John intentionally fights to make and when he fights intentionally, he also fights with the intention of not killing them and making sure that they fight or they survive, like I said. He, however, just for the lulz, stopped the girl from breathing and could have caused, brain damage because of lack of oxygen or nerve damage. There's a lot of things that he did, and he did it for the lulz. He did it for the fucking lulz. So why is John getting this shit? That's my question. But let's get to the actual new episode, shall we? So as I said, this is basically just both sides of the argument bitching at each other. And it is just nothing but annoying things. And the thing that pissed me off the most about, like, this part was, they were finally going to start talking, but Remy wasn't for some reason, she didn't hear the fact that those three people, specifically, had helped with the problem. But she had no hesitation in, like, let's use them to fix it then. It's like, yeah, she wants them to, like, redeem themselves, but also John is very untrusting of them at this time. And he expresses that. And on top of all that, she finally, like, starts talking about her brother, Rai, and then he says something that isn't right to say whatsoever. He said, "Your brother can go to hell for all I care." And this pissed me off to no end. To no end whatsoever. I hate it in, like, any story ever. I will say that. I need to go into full screen mode. Oops. But I will reiterate, I am sick and tired of people who always, and constantly shit on the dead in any story whatsoever. Like, because they're always talking about this person who did nothing but, you know, bring peace, fight for the right reasons, did nothing but, you know, things that benefited everyone. And immediately as soon as they die, he was a fucking asshole! And, like, people say that just ruined his reputation, and then people just try to, like, destroy their overall legacy in general. And that always pisses me off. Because why would you ever do that to a person who was good? Who always had good intentions and helped so many people? I am completely neutral in this fight. I would rather it not happen. Despite how some of you believe, just because I look like John, as some of you have stated, does not automatically make me Team John. I am a chaotic neutral, emphasis on neutral. And framerate is dying. Luckily, I buffed it up. But I'll get this off screen. And there was also at this point where I, like, called that, you know, Blake and Eisen were going to be listening on the other side of that door. And they were. And in my reaction that was lost to time and space, I pointed out that this was probably why John flipped and wanted to get Remy out of the room as fast as possible, because for all we know, Eisen activated his ability again just to listen in on it. And John, sensing it, got, you know, pissed. And there's a fucking fly that keeps landing on my microphone. And I hate it. And then Seraphina, which had, you know, like, this whole conflict in her head, I felt bad for her because she has so much shit that she already has to deal with. And then Elaine shows up, and I immediately, the only thing I noticed was that her skirt was longer than the regular uniform. Everyone else, however, noticed that her boobs were bigger, according to Discord. And when they said that, I immediately thought she stuffed her bra like the one chick from Overlord, didn't she? You know, she does want Arlo's attention. You gotta wonder, did she stuff her bra? Let the comments flow. But then Serafina brings up how Arlo brought all that shit up and then acted like he didn't. And she freaks out internally, because she's like, if Arlo wants her to know, then maybe I should tell her, but John would kill me, and I'm a pussy, essentially, is what I'm hearing coming from her thoughts and dialogue. And that's where it ends, and I just got so mad at everyone. And every little thing. But who knows? Maybe, just maybe. Also, I have another question. Are the leggings part of the school uniform? I have to wonder, are the stockings part of the school uniform? Because if that is, who okayed that? I'm very curious as to, like, who decided stockings were important for the school uniform. Because that's not a thing in other anime, right? Was not a more common thing in high school animes. But who knows, I'm just a flat-out psychopath when it comes to this stuff. But anyway, I have to end the video here, so live long and prosper, always volunteer, distribute, and peace out. Hope you all have a really good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!